What's up, traders? This is D with Success in 5 coming back at you with another How I Traded SPY video. Oh man, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. I don't want this video to be long. I just want to get them up just so I can have a record of accountability for my trades. I took 2 trades today. One was my first trade was a losing trade, and I'm going to go over that and show you guys. And my second trade was a winning trade. But overall, we still ended the day off red by a small amount. Like I told you guys, I'm not taking too much risk right now. I'm still trying to get familiar with the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim app and with contracts, the whole 9 yards. So I'm just taking it. I'm taking it day by day. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts real quick. All right, so here we go. We come out the gate, we push up, we find some resistance right here, and these are my pre-market lines here. So we automatically find some resistance here. And as you guys know, I don't trade early. I like to wait until about 10 o'clock, between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So we pull down, we reject this lower line here, so we really have no direction. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so where can we go? We push up a little bit more and then we start trending, right? Now, here's the thing. It was a couple things I didn't really see that kind of made my first trade go bad, and I'll show it to you guys right now. But here's the first trade here. So we got in on this candle here, and my whole thought process was with this strong push up, I figured we would just come back down, retest these areas, and then push up more. But what I failed to see is this. That's what I failed to see. Not only that, but also this. And it seemed like the top trend was a lot more stronger than the bottom trend. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is. And, you know, I honestly, I should have never taking the trade because I was seeing lower lows, lower highs coming in. Then we were in profits on the trade, like we were in profits good, and I wanted to shoot back up to this area. This was my target area here. But what happened was I honestly should have got out in the trade as soon as this candle printed, because that's basically a double top in my eyes. And as soon as it double top, it just dropped. Like, look at this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 bars of full selling pressure. So that was a really bad trade. I honestly thought we would pull down, touch this area here, reject, and come back up, but we had so much congestion here, and that's another thing I didn't pick up on, and I got to start doing that. I kind of went into that trade blindly. I don't know. I think I grabbed the bias. I grabbed the bias because of this strong run up. And then, so that was the 2 things. And then the third thing was this right here. So this trend right here that I didn't see, and it could have been 2 awesome trades if I would have just grabbed the correct direction, right? So this broke that trend, and that's what I should have been watching for, is the break of the trend, and probably took that trade. So that was a losing trade. We lost $33 on that trade right there. And then I started really looking for the trend. Like this one, I didn't have this one plotted, but before this trade, I actually had this one plotted. And then I just knew we were coming up into a lot of congestion here. This trade was taken. Oh, I didn't put any lines here. So this trade was taken, I'm going to show you guys. This trade was taken here on the second retest of this area here. I knew we had this area that was support that turned into resistance, and then we had the 200 right overhead, and then we had the downward trend. So you guys can see it there. So my thing was to take this trade into all this. Like I said, I've been in this situation, so I should have known what was going to happen, you know? So anyways, we push up, we get rejected off the 200, we push down, and I'm cool. I'm fine with this trade. This wasn't even my target, but this is where I actually got out at, was like right here. So 412.39. My initial target I was hoping for it was to get down here to the 411 area, and we pushed back up, and I told myself, which was, I should have just fought again. Even though it was a good trade, it was still a bad trade because I still should have followed the trend, right? Even though we pushed up. But as soon as this candle printed, and I said, okay, the next candle, if it prints over that, then I'm gonna get out. And that's exactly what I did. So I exited about right here with like $17 profit. So I ended up the day with like down like 15 bucks or something like that after commissions and everything. It wasn't that much. But this is where I should have really stayed in the trade, because we push up here, we reject off a trend. We didn't even get to the trend. We actually rejected off the 50. All right, and then we try to retest again, nothing, and we push down. This would have been my optimal exit right here. And I should have stayed in the trade. I shouldn't have let this scare me out of the trade, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and look at what was going on with everything else while I'm in the trade. So I went on ahead and attached the VIX as well to my area, and for some reason, okay, because it's on the 30-minute, let's put this on the 5-minute. Zoom in a little bit. So the VIX is peaking down hard as we push up 2310 area, like right around here. So you can see I have my charts matched up for time wise to show you exactly what the SPY is doing, what the VIX is doing. So I'm trying to learn the VIX and get some levels off the VIX so I can know how to help me stay in the trade. Now, when I took this trade and we pushed down and we started pushing up on here, I kind of used this to keep me in the trade, to not scare me out of the trade. So, and I should have continued to do that even with this pull up right here, because we were still showing signs of bullish. And when I mean bullish signs, I'm gonna show you guys. I mean bearish signs. I'm sorry, bearish signs. And what I mean by bearish signs is price being below the 9. This blue line is the 9. The gray line on this chart, if you look to the right, I'm on this chart right here. That's the SPY. This is the SPY 5-minute, and this is the SPX 5-minute. So we still, with the price action we was in, I should have still stayed in the trade by using the 5-minute on SPY. And then also I started seeing how bad the trade was when I started looking at the 5-minute as well, and I was just like, yeah, this is not going to be a good trade. But yeah, so I need to start being more visual on everything that's going on. The pricing and the contract stuff would be here, but I switch contracts, and I guess when you switch the contracts, it moves the trades. But I have it set up to where when I get in the trade and get out of the trade, it's here. But it is what it is. I just wanted to make this video for basically to just let myself know, to start looking at the overall picture before I take a trade, so I can know exactly what I'm doing. Because for the most part, like, my trades work. It just be me that does stupid stuff that causes the trade to not work. Not only that, but I have some issues with how I'm allowed to trade now, basically, right? So the freedom is causing me to make stupid decisions because I know I have the opportunity to take X amount of trades per day. Today I only took 2 trades, and I just forced myself not to take any more trades. I was done. You know what I'm saying? 2 and done. It should have been 1 and done, but that's what I'm looking at. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start treating this like I still can only day trade 3 times a week type thing. And I'm going to get that and embed that in my mind. And then if I see the perfect setup, then I will take the additional trade. But my first trade is my only trade from now on. Not only that, but I'm going to start taking the same contracts that I used to take before. And those were in the money contracts, either with a day or a few days till expiration. Okay. So that's what I'm going to start looking for. I already wrote it in my notes and everything, and I put everything down. So I got that on point. But, you know, like I always say, man, this game is 95% mental. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get myself used to taking the trades, not worrying about the losses, the whole 9 yards. That loss I wasn't worried about. It was the stupid decision that I made when I made the loss. Like that, just, you know, when I saw the double top, I should have just got out. When I saw this candle here printing, I should have just got out, because I mean, it's so close to being a double top. You got to call it a double top. And then look at this downward selling pressure, like you just know, yeah, that was considered a double top, you know? So, but yeah, I'm going to try not to let that happen again. My stops was here. So as soon as we crossed my stops and printed below, I was out. I was out automatically. Now, I will say this. My risk to reward is so much better now that I'm trading on TD. For some reason, I've been keeping my losses down really, really low. And I've made other trades this week, but they were so minuscule and just didn't really have anything to make a video over. You know what I mean? So they were wins for the day. Like they were green for the day, but I maybe took a loss with the first trade. And that's what I'm saying about keeping myself only to doing 1 trade a day and not taking more trades just because I can, and seeing how that, you know, until I get to a point where I'm not making little small stupid mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Also, I got a couple other videos coming out. I got a swing trading video coming out, and I'm going to be working on that over probably this weekend. I have a how I plan to be a consistent profitable trader video that's going to be coming. I'm probably going to work on that today. So, but yeah, man, it was a good day. SPY was, you know, all over the place. She didn't want to do what she wanted, what I really wanted her to do. And honestly, the big move was early during the day. So I'm going to start trying to get in my trades earlier too. I like to start looking for my trades around about 9:30. I mean, 9:45 to 10 o'clock. But yeah, I'm going to change that. I'm going to start looking for my trades because I've been missing a lot of the big moves early during the day. Like this move right here alone would have put a nice little chunk of change in my pocket for the day. That's 3 points right there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start looking at that as a, you know, as another thing to add to my arsenal. But yeah, that's it, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. I'm D again. This is Success in 5, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.